And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
Ready. 18 Gator. Come on, D. Get it.
Throwing on first down. Shelton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Shelton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood.
From the gun, Shelton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check his Mike. And watch the leg. Hey, Delta. 95, Mike. Watch 95. Here it comes. Ready.
On first down, Shelton. That one complete to the former Seminole, Auden Tate. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to throw. Shelton. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf. Let's go, let's go. Now.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Got it.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Now. 5. 95%. No, check his Mike. We won't this. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Shelton. Buying time to his left. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether there's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Charlie. Big grip.
From the gun, Shelton. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on 2nd down, Shelton looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. That's one of those touchdown tosses where if it's an inch to the right or left, it's not a touchdown. He had to put it right on the money.
Yeah, and how did he do that? Everything around him, everything swirling, all the coverage downfield. Somehow he spotted the opening and put it right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. 10 Lobos. Hey, check.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
42-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second and 3. He's got his man. This is Tate.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
61, matchbox lights.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Off the play fake. Shelton. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
On 2nd down, Kamara. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
I'm going back to you.
Operating from the gun, Shelton. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Set, ready? 18, Gator. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 2nd down.
Topper! Hey, I'm coming. 95 is a sand. No, check. He's Mike. I'm coming. Hey, seam 6. Stay driven.
From the gun, Shelton. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14.
Check. Fresno. Tighten up. General West. 5.
Looking to throw. Shelton. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
And you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Garoppolo again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The catch made by Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Elliott running right. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll only get a yard to bring up third and 1. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? Third and goal. Here's Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for DeAndre Hopkins. Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Operating from the gun, Shelton. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Fair. Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 6. Open man here is Pro. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill.
Now. On 1st and 10, Shelton. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running with Kamara. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
Off play action, Shelton. He lets this one fly toward the back, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field, D. 21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Thomas has it. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check his mic. 3 buds.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Garoppolo now, just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 is down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now Elliott. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 22. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
6-6, pull it high.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
50, plant. Any weapon.
It's again the single receiver. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back.
From the gun on 3rd down, Shelton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Devin White, the linebacker. races down the right side, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. Back now here live in New Orleans, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Back to throw. Shelton. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Go. Get it.
From the gun, Shelton. It's complete to Hopkins. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Kamara, and an alley to run. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
218, chop it.
This is Davis, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
It's just me and you.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey!
95.
Hey, orbit.
All day, just like that. Just like that. 95's Mike. Watch 95. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun, Shelton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
He's going to double up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go deep, tighten up.
Ready?
Now it's Davis. And an alley to run. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Rip left, rip left.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's Elliott. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check, 47. Let's go.
Hey, alert. Left and
looking to throw. Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead.
Buccaneers, 21.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They'll run with Davis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. On the draw, this is Davis. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
A first down carry for Davis. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Saints, first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
They'll run on first down. Davis. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they